Obesity is commonly attributed to an excess of food, too many calories, too much fat, too much sugar. But paradoxically, it often coexists with a deep internal deficiency, a lack of essential nutrients. In many cases, individuals struggling with weight gain are not overnourished, but undernourished at a cellular level. Micronutrient deficiencies in vitamins, minerals, and trace elements are shockingly widespread, even in populations that consume large amounts of food. And this nutritional void can lead to a compensatory response. The body, sensing something is missing, sends out hunger signals, pushing the person to eat more in an attempt to fill the gap. This unconscious drive can spiral into a cycle of overeating, persistent cravings, and fat storage, not because the person is greedy, but because their cells are starved of what they truly need. The modern diet, dominated by ultra-processed foods, is dense in energy but shockingly low in nutrition. White flour, refined sugar, and industrial oils provide massive amounts of calories, but virtually no meaningful vitamins or minerals. Meals may feel filling in the short term, but they fail to deliver the micronutrients required for optimal cellular function. Nutrients like magnesium, zinc, iodine, B vitamins, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. Over time, this leads to a kind of internal famine, one that the body is wired to correct through hunger. But if the only available options are more processed foods, the cycle continues without resolution. One critical warning: this compensatory eating pattern is not conscious. People don't wake up saying, "I'm low in selenium, I need to eat more." Instead, they experience vague but powerful sensations: fatigue, irritability, anxiety, or persistent hunger, which they may misinterpret as a need for more energy, more sugar, or more food. The problem is, if the food chosen is still devoid of the needed nutrients, the hunger returns shortly after. This is how someone can eat 3,000 calories in a day and still feel unsatisfied. Their body is not asking for more energy, it's pleading for essential inputs that are missing from the modern diet. One of the most important micronutrients linked to obesity is magnesium. It's required for over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including those involved in glucose metabolism, insulin sensitivity, and energy production. A deficiency in magnesium can lead to insulin resistance and increased appetite. Similarly, vitamin D deficiency, especially common in people who spend little time outdoors, has been linked to weight gain and increased fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. Zinc, which supports thyroid function and satiety regulation, is another mineral often found to be low in people with obesity. Ironically, even people who try to eat healthy can fall into this trap. A diet heavy in plant-based but highly processed foods, vegan meats, refined grains, or fortified but low bioavailability products can create the illusion of health while leaving key nutrient gaps. Without enough fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, or highly bioavailable minerals like heme iron or iodine, the body may continue to signal for more food, even if the person is technically eating clean. This is why some individuals experience hunger and energy dips despite eating salads, smoothies, or high-fiber meals. If those meals aren't nutrient-complete, they don't meet the body's deeper needs. It's also essential to factor in how nutrient status affects brain chemistry. Deficiencies in B vitamins, especially B6, B9, and B12, and omega-3 fats impair neurotransmitter synthesis, particularly serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood and reward signaling. When these neurotransmitters are low, individuals may experience increased cravings for sugar and highly palatable foods that temporarily boost dopamine. Again, the urge to eat is not about pleasure-seeking or indulgence. It is the body's attempt to self-regulate a deficiency-driven imbalance. This leads to another important implication. Diets that focus solely on calorie restriction without addressing nutrient sufficiency may backfire. Many people who go on weight loss diets cut calories so severely that they worsen their micronutrient deficiencies. Their metabolism slows, cravings increase, mood deteriorates, and they often end up regaining the weight or more. The body interprets this pattern as starvation, not correction. Long-term success depends not just on how much food is consumed, but how nutrient-rich that food is. Correcting this pattern requires more than willpower. It requires strategic nourishment. Diets focused on whole, minimally processed foods, diverse in color and texture, can help reestablish nutrient balance. Leafy greens for magnesium and folate. Fatty fish or pastured eggs for omega-3s and vitamin D. Nuts, seeds, and legumes for zinc and B vitamins. See vegetables for iodine. These aren't weight loss foods in the traditional sense. They are biochemical building blocks. When the body receives what it needs, hunger begins to normalize, satiety signals reappear, and cravings diminish, not through restriction, but through true cellular satisfaction. Ultimately, nutrient deficiency is a silent, invisible force behind many cases of overeating and obesity. It cannot be corrected by sheer discipline or counting calories alone. The body is not simply asking for less food, it is asking for the right food. And until those deeper needs are met, the hunger will persist, no matter how strong the will or how carefully the diet is tracked. Addressing obesity, then, must include a serious rethinking of what it means to be fed. It is not enough to be full. We must also be nourished.